on Thursday, April 18th, 2024, Common had notified the community that one of our own had passed away. Via Twitter, Common states, "I got this news this morning that Monoxide had passed away. I'm not sure of any of the details. He just got out of surgery 11 days ago and told me he was feeling the best he's felt in a long time. I'm devastated to lose my brother. Until next time." Alec, while we never had the opportunity to meet, we know you've touched countless hearts over the years, and this world simply will not be the same without you. We hope you are catching the largest fish in the most beautiful body of water. You are loved and you are missed dearly. Rest in peace. A link to the official GoFundMe for support of Alec's family is included within the show notes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 336 of HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and this week I'm joined by the man in the button-up, Will, aka I Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you doing on this Wednesday evening?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I am doing well as well. I should have said this is for the week of April 21st, 2024, and the title of this week's episode is The Road to London Begins As Well. The as well is not included in the title, but you get it. You get it.
Sure.
Will, we have a lot to discuss in this show, so I'm going to ask you, do you want to know what's coming up on this week's episode of the show?
What do we got?
The G1 clusterfuck continues. Tournaments are announced. Interference, aka the rig, is added to ranked in HCS. The next major Infinite update is coming on April 30th, and the road to London has officially begun with the return of the HCS Open Series. Welcome, everybody that's tuning in live to the show. Aftershocker, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated. Welcome back. John says London maybe soon, but how about Atlanta? Yeah, that's... Still waiting for the dates. Still waiting for the dates. All right, without further ado, let's just hop into some competitive news. The G1 clusterfuck continues. This is by many. So first up, what kind of really hit off the second wave of information that has come out, Will, was Grenader Jake put out a video where he said he's suing G1, Kenny Vaccaro, and Triple Wreck, as a matter of fact. I'm not going to discuss all about what that video is. Because he basically reads from a script that he created because of all the legal stuff involved. So please go ahead and check out that video, and you will get context as to why Grenader Jake is suing them. Oath put out a statement after that video had been released and stated, "I've kept my mouth shut out of respect for the employees still under contract, but I do have a lot to say. I'm in the middle of moving right now, but when I catch my breath, I have some things to get off my chest." In a reply to an individual, she said that she still owed over $4,500. And in another reply to somebody, she said, "Communication is kind of dead, unfortunately. I've gotten written promises from the CFO that I'd be paid out, but at this point, I just don't believe it is true. I don't even know who is still around to work on any of this." She's not the only one. Giggs also put out a statement that says, "I'm also unfortunately owed $25,000 by an ex-NFL player that I've received no communication on. I just want my money, man." M. Tasht replied to Giggs and says, "Hello, brother in business. I am loving my investment. How about you?" Therefore implying that he also is getting fucked over by the situation. Sir Demetrius said, "Once G1 took over, there are loads of unpaid commission for partners. They owe me like $4,000. And if you haven't seen the CEO of Native Gaming, Deranged Native, he also put out a statement that he is also owed a shit ton of money regarding this whole bullshit. So it's bad. Goliath, welcome back. It's good to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Blackout, welcome back as well. Coded, welcome back. So yeah, fucking God damn it, dude.
Yeah, it's been kind of silent on the situation for a while. Not surprised this is still going on because we haven't heard or seen any tweets of like, "I'm finally settled," Yeah, but at this point, it's gone a little too long. I don't know the details of the lawsuit. I don't think he disclosed them in the video because it just like legal proceedings. They're still ongoing.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I hope these people are made right eventually.
Absolutely. G1 should pay fucking people. Like, good Lord. Or figure out their situation so they can pay people, whatever that entails. All in One says G1 thing after another. Yup. That's it. All right, let's talk about some good shit, though. Let's talk about Queen's Fellowship Tournament has been announced as by Hydra Gaming. The Hydra Network presents Queen's Fellowship, a standard 4v4 Halo event. It has been too long since we had a 4v4 pick-your-own-team event. The link's included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show, ! Show notes in the chat, or it's in the description of the either the YouTube mod or your favorite podcast service. May 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's $300 for first, $100 for second, which is subject to change. Speaking of tournaments, we have a Texas LAN has been announced as by Ranger Callie. She states Halo Infinite 2v2 on May 5th, 2024. It's in Arlington, Texas at the Optic Esports Arena. Both scholastic and non-scholastic communities and a $500 prize pool. Link again in the show notes. What's up, Generic? Welcome back. Good to see you. Now, the new HCS and ranked arena map, Interference, aka The Rig. This is by 343. On March 26th, Strongholds on Solitude was removed from ranked arena in the HCS map pool based on community feedback and match data that showed the game type was significantly more prone to blowouts than Strongholds on Livefire and Recharge, as well as every other game type combination in the HCS. While we've been keeping a close eye on it and working to make improvements, we felt it was best to remove it early in the season and work towards finding a suitable replacement. We've been working with the Forge community to bring new maps to Ranked and to find a better Strongholds map for both Ranked Arena and the HCS. We're happy to announce that the map Interference will be entering the map rotations for Ranked Arena and the HCS starting on April 23rd, which was yesterday as the time of recording this episode. We want to give a big shout out and thanks to Astro CSF, and we're looking forward to this map joining Ranked in HCS. Okay. Before we talk about the rest of it, what's up, Tiger Tom? Welcome back. Good to see you. Had to stop by. Wow, what a bunch of BS with G1. Had no idea. Have a great stream. Yeah, G1's fucking in the blender right now. They need to get their shit figured out and pay people. It's unbelievable. Okay, before we get into the rest of what this article is and so on and so forth, there's been a lot of discourse online right now, okay, about how the map looks, okay? Solitude was a gray-looking map, and there was a lot of jokes surrounding it. I've poked at it a lot. Like, I think it's unbelievably gray. I wish it had more color. Okay. So they announced Interference, aka The Rig, which is a Forge map made by a community member in the Forge community, okay, is being added to the Ranked and HCS pools. It is also a gray-looking map, while also slightly bluish because, from what we've seen, it looks to be it looks to take inspiration from Lockout from Halo 2, okay? Lockout, like kind of icy blue, gray, right? So there's been a lot of discourse online as and I've been seeing both sides. So I just want to put this out there right now. Any map, dev made or community made, is able to be criticized. Okay? Depending upon how it looks, depending upon how it plays, no map, no game mode, no nothing is like not subject to criticism of any kind. You know what I mean? But there is that point of taking it too far. So I'm just going to say this right now. As long as the map plays well, that's all that really matters at the end of the day. Okay? Do I wish it was more colorful? Yeah. Because we literally are going from Solitude, which was just a gray map, to Interference, which also looks bluish gray. If that was, and here's the other thing too, is that Tashi put out a reply to somebody on Twitter that says, it's up to the Forger's creative desire. We think it looks and plays great. Art is subjective, right? People may love the look of this map. People may not love the look of this map. And that's okay. But like when I'm seeing so much bickering on both sides and whatnot of like who's to blame, or like pros are always wrong, pros always get what they want, blah, 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 blah. Just let's all fucking stop it. Or come on. The discussions that have been happening, or the statements that have come out, have been, we just wish it looked different. Like, that's all it's been. No, to my knowledge, and again, I can be corrected here. To my knowledge, nobody's been attacking, like no pro player has been straight up attacking the person making the map. Okay? For all we know, the map plays incredibly well. Like, Will, you'll probably have more to say on that. It's just, I think it's unbelievably stupid, the amount of bickering back and forth, or like fucking finger pointing as to who's at blame and blah, 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 fucking blah. Who cares? The fact of the matter is, it's a community-made Forge map that is now in matchmaking in the HCS. If it plays well, that's all that really matters. Do I wish it looked different? Yeah. Does that make it a bad map? No. Will, I assume you've played it once or twice.
Yeah.
What are your feelings from a gameplay standpoint of how the rig is so far?
That's tough because I didn't know it as well from an H5. Like, of course I played on it, but now coming at it from a different skill level that I was in H5, there's some areas that are a little too open, but then, just don't go there, right? Or find different avenues. It plays okay.
Okay.
I think I just need more time with it before I have a definitive position.
Sure.
Do I wish it was more colorful? Like, I used to be able to call out yellow hull, right?
Yep.
That's all just white and gray now.
Yeah.
So a lot of those old callouts people might not understand right away, but from as far as playing, it's fine so far. We'll see where it goes.
Okay. Real quick, let's catch up on a couple things. Will, we had a posture check 5 minutes ago, so let's check our posture. Let's make sure our posture looks good.
I mean,
and then Daddy with the bit, thank you very much for the bit. And then Rasta with the 7-month resub, you get a woo! Thank you so much for the resub. AC, welcome back, good to see you. Dan, welcome back, good to see you as well. Says, people griping about the gray maps, but also complained how vibrant the Pit remake is. I liked poking fun at the Pit remake, but I also like how it looks. Like, I have no qualms with how the Pit remake looks, personally. Again, this is all personal preference here, right? What's up, Danimals? Welcome back. So, again, Will, like you said, like, I would personally have liked for the map just to look different, because we literally, like, I'm looking at it as we're replacing an overtly gray map for another map that is overtly bluish gray.
Yeah.
Like, obviously they're completely separate maps. They play probably completely differently, like, but just from a aesthetic department, that's all,
Yeah.
So I just think that this is the reason why I want to talk about this right now, is because I fucking am so sick and tired of seeing a pro tweet something that kind of seems snarky, and then the opposite side of the community just jumping on it and being like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Why don't you make your own goddamn map, you piece of shit? I'm like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, guys, nobody's attacking the person making the map. Like, it's okay. We're just asking for a little bit of vibrancy. But if that's the way that the Forger wanted to make it, then more power to them. Who cares? Like, what the fuck? Just because this map is out doesn't mean people are going to stop playing the fucking game. Let's relax. Holy moly. Grumpy Panda and Kid, thank you guys for the follows. Welcome to the live show. So yeah, I just fucking A, dude. Will, I'm not kidding. It's honestly irritating seeing the amount of dumbass fucking posts that I'm seeing about this. It's not that deep. Like I said, I have no issue. Like, while I would personally prefer the map to look different, like, I'm not mad at the forger making it the way that he did.
Sure.
You know, like, if it was his artistic direction that he wanted to take with it, who am I to say different? Like, who fucking cares? Jesus. All right. So on Tuesday, which was yesterday, 3 game modes and interference will be live in the Ranked Arena playlist. That includes King of the Hill, Slayer, and Strongholds. But for the HCS, only Interference Strongholds will be introduced to the HCS map pool. Okay? That will begin with the HCS Open Series tournaments on May 5th. Okay? So it'll give players some time to practice and strategize on the game type before the first implementation into tournament play. This game type will also be included in the map rotation for the HCS Major Qualifiers the weekend of May 11th and the HCS London Major hosted by Quadrant from May 31st to June 2nd. And then if you wanted map callouts from Halo 5's The Rig, Ghislaine put out a tweet that is included in the show notes. And I put in parentheses for the most part because there is a call out or two that don't exist, period. Like, that never existed in the Rig in 5, but I just wanted to put that out there because overall it's a good job. Got to give kudos where kudos are due. So go check that out. If you don't know about the call outs on that map, then feel free to check that out. All right. Things to know. The power-up on the map is Overshield. Okay? Players familiar with the rig from Halo 5 may remember that Active Camo was the original power-up. Overshield was chosen due to the impact Camo had in power curves during playtests. It often resulted in huge swings in momentum, while the Overshield still created moments of opportunity to turn the tide of a game without the pendulum swinging too far. They say they'll be keeping a close eye on it over the rest of the season, depending upon if anything needs to change. And for the first time in ranked play, a map will have differing weapon and equipment layouts depending upon the mode played. Slayer and King of the Hill will have a sniper rifle, while Strongholds does not. Okay? So the sniper that's on Nest, it'll no longer be there in the HCS. Because HCS has interference Strongholds. Strongholds does not have the sniper. Now, if what I did is correct, so what I did was, as soon as it released into matchmaking, Will, I just went in and did a couple custom games to fuck around, to just run around the map and see what's available, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So if I need to find it real quick, because of course I lost it. Here we go. So if I'm correct on this, then for all 3 instances of game modes that are ranked in the HCS, so Slayer, King of the Hill, and Strongholds, okay? For all 3 of them, the following are on the map: 2 BRs, 1 AR, 1 Commando, 1 Heatwave, 1 Thrust, and the Overshield. And in ranked in the HCS, they're all red rack. Okay? So as soon as you pick one up, it's red racked until the ammo is out, and then the next one will begin the spawning process. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there. That's the same from what I saw in custom games. That's the same across the board. The only difference is whether or not there's a sniper rifle on the map. So, there is that. Again, don't necessarily know if that's going to be the case completely, but just want to throw that out there just in case it is. Captain Mo with the 12-month resub. Thank you for the year, man. You get a whoa! Greatly appreciated. Verb says, I'm not even going to read that, Verb. Not going to give that the time of day. What's up, Tools? Welcome back. Danny Phantom. Welcome back as well. Good to see you. Okay. And then finally, Will. But wait, there's more. We've been seeing a lot of feedback in the community about wanting more maps for ranked. As mentioned above, we have been working closely with forgers in the community to bring more to the playlists. This is a very extensive process of playtesting and iterating continuously to ensure the maps meet the nuanced requirements and standards for ranked. We're actively working with members of the Forge community on 2 more maps, 1 more remake, and 1 totally new design. Keep an eye on the broadcast at the HCS London Major where you'll get a first look. So there you go. Now, not to put tinfoil hats on or anything like that, but I am just going to throw this out there just in case. Ranked is specifically called out here, not HCS. So yeah. I don't want to say that one or both of these maps will not be included within the HCS rotation, but in the blog post, it specifically states ranked. It does not specifically say HCS.
Yeah. If they work well, maybe we'll see them implemented, but we know they're coming to ranked. Do not know about HCS.
Absolutely. Will, I have a question for you because I saw a couple statements online about this as well. At what point do we think about removing maps from the map pool? Sorry to put you on the spot with that.
I don't think you can. There's obviously certain maps only have certain modes. I don't think there's enough variety. You know, it's not like every mode is played on every map. So
sure.
I think we're fine. I especially playing ranked. Today all I played was live fire. All I played today was live fire. All 3 games I played.
Really?
In ranked today were all 3 live fire. Yeah. So anything to shuffle that up and get more modes and different maps in, I'm good with.
Tools, we're not going to approve that request. If there's something you wanted to change, DM us and let us know what the fuck it is. Not approving that. All right. So then, Will, thank you for that insight. I'm curious as to, once these new maps are revealed at London, I'm curious as to what happens there. If they're going to be strictly in just ranked, then that's what it is. But if they are contemplating, like if the feedback is there that like, hey, these actually do work well and we can actually see these being included in the HCS rotation, like if pros come back and say that, I think a conversation needs to happen, like as to a map or 2 being removed from the rotation at that point. Because I've heard a lot of discourse online that we haven't had a new oddball map in a long time. And so maybe we get a little refresh there, something added there to make it better just overall. So players have a better opportunity to pick something different. I don't know but there comes a point where I saw the joke. I forgot who fucking tweeted it, but somebody put a joke out there. We're going to have like fucking 30 game scrims at some point because of all the map mode combinations. So,
oh, sure.
But yeah, what's up, Spring King? Welcome back. They should increase the weighting of the new map when they are added just for the first few days. I agree. They should do that with everything, Tools. They should absolutely do that with everything. If they're not going to do like the 24/7 playlist that they're doing for Corrosion and whatnot, then no, I agree completely. Like anytime they do a refresh, right? Anytime they do, like when they had the big team battle refresh, or like the squad battle refresh, or when the big team heavies or whatever the fuck it's going to be, when that refresh comes, the weighting should 1000% be more on the new experiences that are being added. Or what they did previously where they just remove the old stuff entirely for like a week and they only have the new maps in there for people to play. I think that'd be the perfect opportunity as well. Just depending upon the playlist, right? Obviously with ranked, you don't want just like 1 or 2 maps to be the only maps selectable, but regardless. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I believe it was Ogre 2's tweet. Thank you so much. Tool says, it just sucks when you have to play Argyle when you're trying to play Rig. No, I agree. I agree completely. There should absolutely be increased weighting. 1000%. 40 ounce to freedom. Welcome back as well. All right. Beth with the 48-month resub. Hot damn. You get a whoa! That's crazy. Holy moly. Beth's a day one, isn't she?
I think so.
Yeah, I think Beth is a day one. Shoutouts one of our fucking day ones. My Instincts, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Wag says, does anyone else think the names of the map should be listed during loading? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Smiley with the 14-month resub. You get a whoa! Thank you so much for the resub, Smiley. Welcome back. Good to see you. Miss not catching the live show, still loving supporting you. Hey, we love and support you too, Smiley. Thank you so much.
We'll be back to Monday soon.
Captain Mo, what you may have seen is like when the game is loading in, I think can't you just pause it and then go to like the roster and then you could see it in like the top left or something?
Yeah, sometimes it loads, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
But yeah, you can pause the game, hit select, it brings up your fire team or whatnot. And if you highlight the top portion, it'll show like what's possibly loading.
Oh, he's talking about the Halo.api thing? Okay. Well, either way, like in the game, you do have to wait until you're like fucking officially loading in until you can actually see what it is.
Yeah.
I do wish it was a standard thing. I do. I wish that it was like previous games where when you're loading in, you would see the map. Like I think it'd be cool if we did what MCC does, where you're loading in and you see the heat map of the map you're loading into. Like that. I like that. I think that'd be a really cool thing.
Do you think that would increase people dodging though?
It could. It definitely could, but I think if people are going to dodge, people are going to dodge anyway. You know what I mean? Like when they're loading in anyway. Fuck it. All right. So the community live stream that happened for Halo Infinite Content Update 32. Oh, the best naming convention ever. So again, like we typically do with these larger pieces, we split them into 2 portions. One for the ranked competitive style, the other for the normal, like casual style. And we have the normal stuff in the regular news later on in the show. So, Bart, welcome back. Good to see you. For the stream that happened, let's talk about for ranked HCS, stuff like that. The update will be released on April 30th, which is Tuesday next week. Okay? First up, the ranked update. With the upcoming Infinite update on the 30th, in the event a game starts with uneven teams, the game will be ended automatically and no CSR will be won or lost for either team. Okay? So this is genuinely pretty fucking cool and huge. So we reached out to Tashi for clarification, which we're still technically waiting for more clarification. Okay. But here's a statement that he put out. He said, after the initial time window, which we still don't have that official initial time window, then the normal quit rules will apply. If someone who isn't on your fire team leaves, then you can leave with no penalty. If that person is on your fire team and you quit, then you lose 5 CSR. That is after the initial time window. Okay. So while we don't have what that official time window, that initial time window is, this is going to be bad, but I'm going to go on an assumption and say it is before, like I'm thinking it's when that timer counts down before the game has officially started loading. Okay, before you go
Sure.
black screen to start loading into the game, I think that's what that initial time window is.
That's what I thought too.
Yes. Now, again, we're waiting for official confirmation on that. This is purely an assumption, and I don't like to normally do that, but like it really feels like the writing's on the wall with this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? So, again, before actually loading into the game, if it's 3v4, 2v4, 1v4, whatever it is, in ranked only, the game will automatically end. You'll receive a prompt, and I'll literally read what the prompt says. It says, teams are uneven, matches ending soon. No matter the score, this match will not impact your competitive skill rank or count against you in any way. Please feel free to search again as soon as you return to the main menu. Okay? So that's pretty fucking cool. You guys are rocking the purposely disheveled hairstyle, so edgy, so handsome. What are you talking about? I have naturally poofy hair. So like I have it swooshed over to a side. Like I showered this morning. My hair's just, it's not disheveled. Fuck you. I don't put fucking product in my hair like you douche. Oh,
Jeez.
I'm heated right now.
I guess so.
No,
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
Yeah, I got out of the shower and then put the headset on, and that's how my hair's gonna look today. You know.
God. See, I purposely don't put product in my hair because I just let it do what it wants. As long as it's not like poking up anywhere or whatnot, I just let it do its thing. Yaxon, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Daddy with the additional couple bits. Thank you so much for the extra bitties. I showered this morning as a wild response. What do you mean? Why is that a wild response? I'm not a dirty individual. Jesus Christ. Yaxon says I fuck with Will's vibe.
Yeah.
Get it, Will.
Hell yeah.
What's the logic behind listing 5 CSR if a fire team member leaves? In some region, the only way to queue is in a 4-stack to get a local server, and crashes are pretty common. Instincts, it is what it is. It's their rules. I don't really have an answer for you.
The logic is if you're in a 4-stack and you're losing the game, it prevents one teammate from being like, fuck it, I'm saving y'all's CSR and dipping. Leaving on purpose to save the team's CSR. So it's technically preventing boosting in that regard.
There you go. Punishing without offering a ranked rejoin is kind of ass though. So I've been seeing that sentiment a couple times now, spring. And I do, to an extent. See, here's the problem, right? If they did implement that, we'd have to recondition how we think about things. Here's where I'm going with this. Right now, the way things currently stand, again, this is before the 30th update. Okay. So as things currently stand, if you are playing a game of ranked and it's 4v4, all 8 players are present, and then midway through the game, a player disconnects. Okay. And let's say you're playing strongholds. Typically, again, this doesn't happen all the time, but typically what would happen is the losing team would either just stand there and wait for the other 4 players just to cap the rest of it and just finish the game, or the other 3 players would leave, right? If they did implement a rejoin feature into ranked, like, it'd be a weird reconditioning of the brain to be like, if you're that team of 4 that didn't have a player disconnect, like, I assume you just have to go full board, just keep fucking playing and trying your ass off to make sure that other player doesn't come back in and fuck things up. But at the same time, it's like, I saw somebody's reply was like, with the amount of time it takes, depending upon how bad of a crash it was too, right? Like, how long is it going to take you to get back into that game? Is it just too far gone at that point?
Yeah, that was my kind of line of thinking too. And Tool said it, that Halo games aren't long enough oftentimes that by the time someone comes back, that game's lost anyway.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. I think they're put in a really tough situation right now. And I think this is a good, I'm not even going to say start, because I think this is a really good change that they're going to make. Here's the thing though. They need to be very fucking clear. They being like 343, they need to be very fucking clear on what that initial time window is. As long as they just state what that is, like,
well, you'll know it as soon as you get the message. Like if you're in and someone, like, I've seen people literally crash out as they're showing the Spartans, doing their poses.
Yeah.
If you get the message after that, then you know it's up until that point.
Right.
I think like once that timer starts for the match, that's like the initial loading period is like once the timer starts for the match, that's when if someone goes out after that, you're still pre-existing rules apply. And if you actually go into theater and watch your film, the timer starts when the fly-throughs are going on. So I think it's literally going to be like you said, up to the black screen until the fly-throughs start and everyone's loading into the map.
Yep, I agree with you. I'm just hoping that we do get an official statement so like people will understand.
Sure.
That's all that I want. But I agree with you completely. I think that's what it's going to be as well. Daddy says, also stay tuned for a Team Foe roster update. # Swole Daddy. Dude, I swear to God, if the Swole Daddies pick him up, please. Holy shit. If even for just one event, that'd be fucking crazy, dude.
Be insane.
Please do it. Please, please, please. I don't trust Will. The guy's wearing 3 shirts. Will, are you wearing 3 shirts right now?
No,
you're wearing a t-shirt and a pullover.
Gray and then the hoodie.
Yeah.
Like the hoodie's got a design on the inside.
Yeah. See, Ron, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Will's just doing an optical illusion on the camera. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spring, I hear where you're coming from. It's just, I think it'd be really hard. It's cool on paper. Like, I agree to an extent. It'd be cool on paper if they did introduce that because, I mean, like Tool said, we see it in other games, right? Where you log back in and then the game immediately asks you, hey, do you want to reconnect? Like, do you want to attempt to reconnect? Fucking Destiny does it. But obviously, like, you know what I mean? Destiny, mainly PvE style stuff. Yeah. But it's nice when you reload the game and it's like, hey, do you want to queue back up? Do you want to join back up with your buds and whatnot? Be like, yeah. Fuck yeah, I do.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Shot Aces says, hey, love it when I can catch a live show. Love it when you're here, Shot Aces. Thank you for being here. Okay, so that's really cool update number 1. Here's really cool update number 2. Match score override. Halo Data Hive put out a tweet that says, this new feature is pretty huge for crashes during HCS games. And it's a screenshot from the live stream that happened where in the custom game, in the mode editor, there's the ability to set team scores and set the amount of rounds that have been won for a team, what the round start time is, so on and so forth. Okay? Now you may be asking yourself, why is that a big deal? Well, it's a really big deal when a technical difficulty happens or a disconnect happens in tournament play. Okay? So for those that are watching like the online events, you may or may not see a player disconnect. You may or may not see a player's PC crash, whatever it may be. If you're at a major LAN event, you may or may not see a player's PC crash, a player disconnect, whatever it may be. There are now going to be options in the custom game that allows you to set specific scores, times, whatever it may be, depending upon when that disconnect or that crash happened. So that's massive. Now, moving forward, once this update comes out, there should be less confusion, hopefully, put an asterisk there. There should be less confusion as to what scores need to be, how much a team needs to win, so on and so forth. And here's from Tashi. He says, another quality of life feature that'll help with operating HCS match interruptions on main stage, online, and in the open bracket in a more competitively fair way. Hoaxer replied, extremely huge W here. Will there be any explicit revisions to the 2024 HCS rulebook reflecting the implementation of this new feature? And Tashi says, that's the idea. Keep close to Hines for timing and exactly what updated rules look like. Okay? So, fuck yeah. And yeah, Instincts, yeah. Social playlists do have rejoin, but yeah, it's not by choice. Which is stupid. You know, I mean, that is kind of stupid, you know? Like, it is dumb that if I get disconnected from my friends and I'm playing just like a big team battle game or whatever the fuck, because that literally happened to me, and I don't have the opportunity to come back before that spot's filled by another player. Like, that's kind of bonkers to me. So, what are you going to do? And Spring, thank you for adding to the conversation, man. All right. Then we have some death cam improvements, which are going to be releasing on the 30th. Death cam location will be shown from where the active player is looking. So what I mean by that is, it won't be fucked basically anymore, to the point where when you die, right? If you go to somebody's POV, like if you switch your cam to another player's POV, it'll show their POV. Okay? Yeah. Like, it's not going to be, you're not going to be attached to their fucking hip. You know what I mean?
Or like a lot of times when I switch, I'm like staring at them versus out into like the.
So that fix is coming, and then also the death cam will be able to be rotated faster, along with rotating around the body. Okay, so you'll be able to get a much more clear view of where players are going to be able to provide that feedback to your teammates in a much more concise, efficient way. So there you go. A Morris Code, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Ronan says, what are the odds that death cam is bugged to hell at launch? I mean, hey, you know, okay, I don't want to throw shade, but we've seen, like, it's been a constant thing where they'll release something to update the death cam and it'll break it further. Like, it's happened, I think, 2 or 3 times in a row now. So I'm not going to go out of my way to say it'll work perfectly when it releases, because they have a track record of it not. But at the same time, I'm not going to just sit here and throw shade. I'm going to hope that it releases flawlessly. But
it's kind of the thing that, yeah, you hope it releases as it should, but don't be surprised if it doesn't. That's kind of where I'm at.
Don't be surprised. That's a perfect way to put it, Will.
Like, I'm done. Like, I'm kind of done with all the uproars right now, because it's like, what'd you expect? We've been in this for years. What'd you expect? I don't know. That's just where I'm at.
I agree. And then finally, we have some networking improvements that are coming. Yes, they're fixing the bug that was fixed from a different bug that was fixed previously. If you want to know what I mean, then the weapon dropping, remember how they made it faster than switching weapons again?
Yeah.
Well, that's a bug, which is going to be fixed. So weapon dropping will no longer be faster than switching weapons when the update releases on the 30th.
Oh, fine. I'll unbind it from my controller.
God damn it, Will. Part of the problem.
Actually, I never had another... I'm not the power weapon guy on the team, so I never had anything to switch up anyway.
No, you're fine.
I would accidentally drop weapons that I didn't mean to drop, because I didn't realize I would accidentally press that button.
Sure.
On the back.
God damn it.
God damn it.
So yeah, there you go. That can no longer be abused once the update goes out on the 30th. And that is it for the competitive news. Well, it's time for Rostermania!
Oh man, Rostermania. It got pretty crazy last week.
Yeah.
A couple people got dropped that weren't expected to be dropped, but here we are.
Yes.
And we have some official announcements that we're going to go over. There's people who have been getting together, but nothing official's come out, so we're going to leave that until it does.
Thank you for clarifying that, because yes, obviously if you pay attention to Face It, you can see what everybody can see. But until an official announcement is made, until pen meets paper, we're not going to, do that. So go ahead, Will.
So what we have, Proton Gaming has released Gilkey, and also Thug Nasty announced he was a free agent. So those are the changes for Proton. As most people know, Gilkey has been signed by Native. So that's the new roster Mikwin APG barcode Gilk.
Yes.
Bittersweet signed Envor, and they also signed Gun Goddess as a content creator, which is pretty awesome.
Shout out to her.
I'm going to butcher this, but it's Hydra. Is it Kaiju?
Yeah, it's Kaiju. Yeah.
Kaiju. Minx, Janelle, Rogue, and Ideas. And this is from Janelle, the first ever all mouse and keyboard ladies team. So looking forward to see what comes of that, how they do. Love that MNK is getting some representation, especially after Woodham's run. And I feel like more people are just excited in mouse and keyboard, which is awesome.
Fuck yeah. It's a really cool and great announcement. I'm super happy to see that. So excited to see how they perform.
Yeah.
Rasta says, how old is that Rostermania soundbite? Very.
Oh God.
Is that
was like
pre?
Inception. Like it's 6-7 years old now.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it was pre-live show. So
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that fucker's been around a long time.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Love the soundbite.
Shirt in the shop too.
Hey, exclamation point merch in the chat, baby. Get your Rostermania shirt today. Mike says, what the fuck? Yoki got signed? It was supposed to be me. Too bad.
Sorry, Mike.
How old is the... Wait. How old is what? How old is what soundbite? The...
Mind Freak? For us, that was added this year.
It's not that old. Also, fucking... The real question is, how old is the... Danny Phantom soundbite?
That's recent too.
I know. It's a joke. I just wanted to press it. That's all.
Rasta says, Josh, you got to do a live Rostermania.
Oh, I've done it. I've done it many a time. Like, what are we talking about?
You have.
Yeah. I've done a lot, man. Why do you think that's what that soundbite is? It was me doing it live, recorded. All right, fine. Rostermania.
Perfect.
Is that good for you, Rasta?
It just doesn't have all the fancy echo effects.
Yeah, exactly. Will added those in post. Oh my God. All right. Fuck yeah.
All right. That's all we got for Rostermania, Josh.
Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. It's time for upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombat.com. Check out noobcombat.com for all your Halo esports needs. Wednesday, April 24th. That's today. We have the European Halo League Spring Series number 3. Thursday,
FFA, Josh, FFA.
No, Thursday, April 25th. We have the HCS Open North America, the week number 1. It finishes. Saturday, April 27th, we have the European Halo League Spring Series finals. On Saturday, April 27th and Sunday, April 28th, we have the HCS Open Series continue for NA. And then on Sunday, April 28th, we have the HCS Open Series for Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, and EU. So yes, if I'm not mistaken, that means we're not having a Thursday continuance of North America for next week, if that is correct. So there you go. Oh, why did COD and Other Games Watch not make the cut though? What do you mean?
For a button?
Oh, for a button? No, because it's easier to do it live.
I also didn't anticipate it to be a staple. Like, I thought we were doing it just for when a bunch of Halo, like what, 3 or 4 Halo pros jump ship to COD?
Yeah.
That's what it started as.
Yeah.
To see who was jumping ship, and then it turned into, oh, well, now the CDL's being formed. Like, what are they doing that maybe Infinite can do? So it stuck around, and now it's just been there.
I also use it as an opportunity to highlight other things that are happening around like different scenes. So like if they're like, I kind of use it as an opportunity to shout out like Games Done Quick for like the speed running charity events. Also, like if something huge happens or like a huge upset happens in a different esport, just use it as that kind of opportunity to highlight that. But yeah. And then Danny says, whenever I hear the Rostermania soundbite, I imagine Josh screaming with his hands up, looking like a Disney cartoon villain. No, that's what Will's Adventures is for. So fun fact about that, like quote unquote soundbite, because it's not a soundbite. We do it live every show. The fun fact about that is that started as audio, right? Will, that started back when we did audio only.
Yeah, and I would still do the arm motions. I did the hand motions,
yeah, and I just kept it going through the live show because fuck it, you know. So know that when we did the audio show way back in the day, I was still doing this. So enjoy it. Enjoy that. You like the roster recap? That was a funny one too.
That's a fun one.
Oh, what a dumb fucking soundbite.
Yeah, I just took the original Rostermania soundbite, cut off Mania, and you just went recap in the mic. I'm like, perfect.
Yep. It was great. It was great.
Good times, good times.
Absolutely. All right, and that's it for your upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcommon.com. Check out noobcommon.com for all time for Scrim Tournament League recap. What do you got?
On Friday, April 19th, SWAT Esports against Native Gaming.
Look at
7-5 to SWAT. FaZe also took on Sentinels. That was a 7-7.
7 from heaven.
On Sunday, 420. FaZe beat Native Gaming 7-5. On Sunday, April 21st. Optic 7-7 against FaZe. And Tuesday, April 23rd, Business beat Cloud9.
Gave them the business.
Yeah, 12-2. 12-2. But hey, Native's taking some games now. Sentinels tied FaZe. But they're just fucking scrims, so read into it what you want, but it's not end all be all. Next up.
Thank you.
SWAT Nation Friday night snipe off 1v1 results. Third place went to Spar. Second went to Meanest, and aka Scariotic. And first went to Mines. Next up, HCS Open for Australia, New Zealand. In fifth place, we had Nuke and Pave. Josh, what are you doing?
Oh, you know what I'm doing. Keep going.
Fifth went to B&E. Fourth went to Offensing. Third went to DSR. Second went to Fury Global. And first went to, what is it, Josh?
Are you ready?
Fucking Mind Freak. What do you know? Scoops, Ways, Rice, and Plasma taking it home for Australia and New Zealand.
Fucking Mind Freak. What do you know? From Will.
With who's left in the scene in Australia and New Zealand, those are the top players.
I feel like you're throwing a lot of shade over there right now, Will.
I mean, Rated and Slays, very close, right?
Yeah.
Very close. But I feel like that 4-stack on Mind Freak is just dominant.
Absolutely.
I'll see you.
Honestly, I didn't know if you could hear it, so like I was waiting for you to pause, and then I was just going to interject it before you moved on to the next region. I'm done now, I promise. Go ahead.
You're good. The Open Series for Mexico. Josh has some notable series he wants to go over, but just placings. Tied, I guess it says tied for 7th, but 7th, 8th was Snam, Affliction, and Larenzia. 5th, 6th went to Team Here, I don't know. And Plasma Sesma. 4th went to Snam. 3rd went to SWAT and Sintanegra. 2nd went to Alpha Esports. And 1st went to SWAT Esports, which included Acid Drift, Noble, and Tapping Buttons.
So yeah, just a couple notable series here that happened, realistically speaking. The winners final, which was Alpha Esports against SWAT Esports. Alpha annihilated SWAT 3-0. But then SWAT realized that, no, we're the best fucking team in the region, bar none. And they turned on the gas when they needed to turn on the gas when it really mattered in the grand finals. And they beat Alpha 3-2 in the grand final like before the bracket reset because they came from losers, so they had to win 2 best of 5s. So they finished the first best of 5 winning 3-2, very back and forth throughout the series. And then they beat Alpha 3-1 in the bracket reset to win that week. So shout out to SWAT. Go ahead, Will.
Sorry, I lost my place for a second. EU. 7th to 8th was Cosmev stocks and then Decepticons. 5th, 6th went to Katrina FR and Bittersweet. 4th went to Jump Out Gang. 3rd, Mamma Mia. 2nd was Quadrant. And 1st went to Foe.
So again, a couple series here. The winners final, Foe beat Quadrant 3-1, and then in the grand finals, Foe beat Quadrant yet again 3-2, preventing that grand final bracket reset. So congratulations to Foe. They are dominant.
And then Josh, you have notes for North America so far because tomorrow will be the final, so to speak.
Yes. Give me 1 second before we start that. Soul Daddy says, when you go through EU, you need to reference Foe as future daddies. You got it. Yo, Descendant with the raid. Thank you so much.
Hey,
welcome, Raiders. Hope everyone's having a great night. Thank you so much, Descendant. Greatly appreciated. And good luck to you guys on tomorrow, as a matter of fact, because it's tomorrow. Smiley. No, I don't think we do at this point in time in terms of the venue for Worlds, but it might be the exact same one as last year. I'm not saying it is because I don't want to give that incorrect information. Thank you so much, Descendant. Seriously, thank you for the raid. And welcome to the Raiders. All right, but yeah, the notable information here real quick before you get into the results, Will. So Optic dropped out of the tournament due to a lack of need to play because they already have their seed solidified, but also it was part of it had to do with the remainder of the tournament happening on Thursday. So
yeah, I did see that.
Now the issue is that because they were already signed up and they did have to drop out, it fucked the bracket up. Okay. So
they had to like reposition.
Yes. And that led to a delay. I think the bracket needed to be remade and everything. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. And like, if it was an honest mistake, then okay. Like if they were like, if one of the players just accidentally signed them up, just thinking that, hey, we should just be signed up for these anyway. On one aspect, I get it, but they should be paying attention to these things.
Sure.
And so, like I said, hopefully this doesn't happen again. But yeah, they did drop out because of those reasons. There you go. Will, before I get to the series and stuff, do you just want to mention the qualified teams for tomorrow?
Yeah, so in your winners bracket, we have Space Station, Shopify. I suppose I should go through some players with some shakeups, right? Space Station still Eco-Stellar Bound Legend. Shopify Mental Cycle Suppressed Soul Snipe. Reversal Perfy is going to be Common Cherished, Haynes, and Kyle Finier. Sentinels are Boobadooboo, Lethal, Precision, and Falcated. In your losers bracket, we have Native Gaming, Mikwin, Barcode, APG, and Gilkey. Cloud9, Tusk, Sab, Suspector, and Septify. Complexity, Descendant, Huss, Rynoob, and Spartan. Bittersweet, Mortally, Piggy, Breaking Shot, and Envor. Team Sober, Kruvu, Accuracy, Despair, and Facty. I'm pretty sure I said that first one wrong, but
it's okay.
Anyway, team still deciding is Rami, King Nick, Diagram, and Collect. We have Business, which is Talik, Druk, Manny, and It's the Last Shot. And surprisingly, FaZe, Snakebite, Renegade, Frosty, and Royal 2.
There we go. So yeah, let's talk about those notable series real quick. And then actually I should say beforehand, Hungry says, interesting that there's team shakeups mid-tourney. No, it's not mid-tourney. These teams were they happened before.
Yeah.
These were the teams that signed up for the Open Series. These are just the teams that move forward into Thursday, as in tomorrow. But no, these teams were solidified before the tournament began over the weekend, last weekend. And then Mike, If I am incorrect on the bracket being fucked, then I apologize. I will own that if I am incorrect on that. Yeah, the notable series here, real quick. Winners round 4, Reversal Perfy 3-1 Cloud9. So congratulations to Reversal Perfy there. And then in winners round 5, Sentinels against FaZe. Sentinels had a crazy game 5 against FaZe in that series. Obviously, watch all the series. VODs, all the VODs, the brackets, and everything are included in the show notes. Go check them all out. But yeah, that series was pretty fucking crazy.
Was that a 50-49 Slayer in game 5?
It may have been. Warm Hugs, thank you for the follow. I love Warm Hugs.
Who doesn't?
Right?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What a welcoming fucking name. Oh, all good, Hungry. Yeah, all good. He's never been wrong, though. I've been wrong a lot of times, Ronan, and I'll own that shit. I will own that shit 100%. I try to make sure we have all the information before we do a show, but there are absolutely times where I'm going to be wrong. And if I am, I want to be called out on it so I can own it. I'm curious if any U.S.-Canada players will have passport issues going to London like the other regions coming over here. Who knows, Smiley? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully everything's on the up and up for all the players, obviously. Because it's only going to be a better event if everybody's able to compete. So, hopefully that's the case. All right. Yeah, I'm excited to see I'm excited to see the matchups tomorrow. See how these teams play. It is online, so just keep that in mind. And a lot of these teams already have their seeds solidified for London, so they're really just playing for some money. They're not necessarily playing for anything else. Really just to get that practice in. But still, excited to see how these matches play out. Excited to see how these potential new rosters play out as well. It is just online, but hey, competition's competition. Excited to see it. And also the order that Will read those rosters are the order that they're playing each other. So like Space Station and Shopify play each other in winners. Reversal Perfy and Sentinels play each other in winners. Native Gaming and Cloud9 play against each other in losers. Complexity and Bittersweet play against each other in losers. Sober and Still Deciding play against each other in losers. And FaZe and Business play against each other in losers as well. So those matchups, stay tuned. They'll be over on LVT, and go watch them.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. All right. Will, thank you as always for reading through those. I greatly appreciate it.
Spring King, Complexity's new roster with Sparty, it's not like official. He's not officially signed to Complexity, so we
Correct.
haven't announced it or gone over it, but he is playing with them for this tournament as far as we know.
Yes. And he has said in a stream of his as well. And again, nothing like Will said, he's not officially signed to our knowledge or anything like that yet, or if that's going to happen, who knows? But, what he said was, I believe he said that they're looking to, pick him up for London, if that's going to be the case, and going from there. If Descendant is still here, maybe he could comment on it. But again, this was in one of Spartan's streams. He talked about the situation, and yeah. So until an official announcement is made, once official announcements are made, that's when we like to talk about it on the show, because then it's made by the organization, it's made by the players. We can discuss at that point. Spring King.
Yes, Precision is playing with Sentinels now.
Yes.
Basically a trade.
But again, no official statements have been made.
Yes.
Like there has not been an official announcement from Complexity. There hasn't been an official announcement from, realistically, Will, there still has yet to be an official announcement from Sentinels regarding the releasing of Spartan.
That's true.
The only reason why we talked about it is because Spartan fucking tweeted it out that he got dropped.
Yeah.
So,
but I guess he used the word dropped, but it still might be that he's under contract with Sentinels.
See, that's the thing, is that we don't know. We don't want to assume. and this is exactly precisely why, no pun intended, we don't talk about these things until official announcements are made by official channels.
Mike's not wrong there, though, either. Magic Mike says send making a Halo announcement, lol, because they haven't put Halo first in a while.
Right. But at the same time, it's the point of like, he is signed under contract under that organization, just like Precision is signed under contract for Complexity. Like, these statements need to happen, in my opinion. Hungry Animal says, what's the difference between unrestricted and restricted? Go ahead, Will. You please, by all means, please.
Right. No, sorry. I didn't mean to take it away.
You're fine.
Yeah. Unrestricted basically is what it is. You can be signed, picked up by any org. You're a free agent. You're not tied to anything. Restricted free agent means I have ties. So say Spartan is restricted. He has ties to Sentinels. You might have to give something compensatory. I'm not thinking. You probably have to compensate them to get him off the team, but he is a free agent and looking to go somewhere else. So like either money value for his contract or a trade.
Yeah, like he can play the field. Like he can see what offers come in, so on and so forth, and then the org, those discussions take place. Go Tar Heels, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the live show. Sorry, Will, go ahead.
Stroll Enough basically said it. Unrestricted is just a free agent. Restricted means org has your rights still.
So you go. And Beth, you're right. He said, Spartan said that in the first post, he wasn't sure if he was restricted or unrestricted.
You're good.
That's the thing is, again, this is exactly why we don't talk about these things until official announcements are made. The only reason why we talked about the Spartan one is because he literally tweeted out that he was dropped, whatever. And then we've seen a whole bunch of discourse online regards to like a bunch of shit regarding that. But, yes, we understand that Precision is playing for Sentinels right now in this open series. Yes, we understand that Spartan is playing for Complexity in this open series, so on and so forth. Yes, anybody can see that. We know that. But until an official statement takes place, we cannot definitively say that, that person is on that roster now.
Smiley, Sentinels did not drop the current phase roster. That roster, those three, their contract ended when Lethal still had a year contract on his Sentinel deal. So those three went to FaZe to be with Renegade, who had just signed with FaZe.
Yep.
So they left Sentinels for FaZe. Sentinels did not drop those guys. They technically lost them because they wanted to team with Renegade.
Go Tar Heel says, why do we have 4 nades being held at once in competitive? Something that has almost zero skill to use. I don't know. Go ask 343. All right, Will, ready for the news?
Yeah, I have to step away for a second, but take it away.
Sounds good. Time for the regular news. Halo Infinite playlist updates by Halo Support. Featured rotational is Corrosion. A new Forge map developed by 343 Industries has been added to various playlists. The Corrosion 24/7 playlist has been added to matchmaking so that players can immediately jump into the new map. Corrosion has been added to Quick Play, Super Fiesta, Team Slayer, and Team Doubles. Firefight playlists. Gruntpocalypse has rotated out, and Firefight King of the Hill has returned with several changes. Both Gruntpocalypse game modes and the map Behemoth have been added to the Firefight King of the Hill playlist. BTB rotational, Big Team Heavies has replaced Big Team Social, and the Arena rotational Social Objectives has rotated out. So it sounds like they haven't fucking added anything there. So there you go. And then let's talk about the other portion of the community live stream that happened for the Halo Infinite Content Update 32. Still the dumbest fucking name in the world, by the way. This is by 343. Let's talk about the exchange. Customization items from the past return in Halo Infinite's new exchange store. Purchased with free Spartan points, which can be earned by completing matches and your weekly ultimate reward. Okay? The primary focus of the exchange is offering access to previously released free content that players may have originally missed out on. For example, rewards that were originally tied to Halo Infinite's free event tracks, or a special limited time login bonus, or an event, or even a past Twitch drop or partner promotional item are all fair game for the exchange. However, it's not all legacy favorites, as some never before seen or never before released items will also join the mix. Premium content, such as items sold in the shop or included in a premium Battle Pass reward track, will not be offered in the exchange. The available inventory of items in the exchange is expected to rotate approximately every 4 to 6 weeks, generally timed to Halo Infinite's operation cadence. When the exchange refreshes, items will not be going away, removing the chance to get them. Instead, they will still be available to purchase with Spartan points through the customization menus, much like bundles once they've rotated out of the shop. Okay? So even if they rotated out of the exchange, you can still purchase them with Spartan points, not real money credits, but with the Spartan points that you earn in the game. You can purchase them from the customization menu. There you go. Now, how are Spartan points earned? They are earned via 3 main tracks. The first one is completing your first daily challenge, which will reward you 250 Spartan points rather than XP. Okay, so you will no longer earn XP from your first daily challenge, which is literally just to play one match. Okay? Completing your weekly ultimate reward will award you 1,000 Spartan points instead of a miscellaneous customization item. So now, moving forward after the update on the 30th, your weekly ultimate reward will only be 1,000 Spartan points. Okay? And then finally, the operations rewards tracks will offer up to 15,000 Spartan points. Again, replacing miscellaneous other rewards. The progression team will be paying attention, gathering data, and tweaking amounts if necessary. And from the stream, what I gathered was items within the exchange range from 500 up to 30,000 Spartan points. Okay? So let's average this out. In the Operation Pass, it is, again, a free new 20-tier Operation Pass themed around the might of the Banished. You will unlock the following within the pass. And Danny, I'll shout you out in just a second, I promise. If you purchase the premium unlock of the pass, which I think is like $5, then you will get the Fuego Flame armor coating. Okay? That is the premium reward. The free track, the free 20 tiers are the following rewards in no particular order. The Red Glare nameplate, the Champion's knee pad, the reinforced Vambrace for the wrist, the Coliseum prize, which is the chest, the Champion's pauldron, which is the shoulders, and the Champion helmet and data core administrator, the Champion helmet and then the data core administrator visor. That's the 20th tier. Okay? For those keeping track, that is 6 tiers. Okay? Of customization items. One of which is a nameplate. The other 14 tiers of the 20 are specifically for Spartan points in different increments, with a grand total of 15,000 being gathered throughout the pass. Okay? So with that in mind, like if you complete your entire pass, let's just do a week. If you complete your entire pass in a week, that's 15,000. You complete your weekly ultimate reward, that's 1,000, so you're at 16,000. And you complete your first daily challenge every day of the week, which is what, 1,500? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So you'd be at 17,500 points in a week, and that includes the completion of the pass.
750.
17,500, right?
Because there's 7 days in the week, an extra 250 on top of that. Because 1,500, wouldn't that be 6 days?
That'd be 7. What's 250 times 5? Oh no, you're right. I'm an idiot. Math is hard. I was thinking 200. I'm an idiot, guys. Don't listen to me. But yeah, you're right. So either way, if the most expensive item in the exchange is 30,000 Spartan points, 30,000 will, and you complete your entire operation, which is 4 to 6 weeks. Okay? Like, you have to, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Because not only do you have to complete your operation pass for 15,000, you do your weekly. Like, let's say you do your weekly for a month then. So that's 4,000. Okay? You're still under 25,000. If you do your weeklies every week for 4 weeks straight, you do your daily challenges for 4 weeks straight, you complete your operation path within that 4 to 6 weeks, you're still less than 30 if I'm not mistaken.
What? Well, you're not including the weeklies for the other 3 weeks.
No, that's 4,000.
Or the dailies. Sorry.
That's still what? I still think it's under 30,000. Is my
Close to
math
5.
wrong again? My math is probably just wrong again. Whatever. Fuck it.
Anyway, it's around that 30,000 mark, but that's a month to grind for the 30,000.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And even if you grind for the month, it might not still be 30,000. So you have to wait for the next operation to come out with another introduction of a new wave of items in the exchange, which you may see something different that you wanted. It's like, those amounts are fucking crazy. Hybrid, thank you for the 2-month resub. You get a woo! I'm not fucking it up again, I promise. And also, Ronan's being a shitter right now. Rostermania already happened, Hybrid. I'm sorry. God.
Ronan, how many miles by train would it be? Let's make this a word problem.
I'm just fucking bad at math, apparently. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. What's up, PD? Welcome back. Good to see you. Love you too, Hybrid. Make sure to fucking throw Ronan some shit, all right? Him trying to throw you off. So yeah, what I'm going to say is I really hope that they tweak the values, because like the fact, if you literally grind, because you can only get them via those 3 tracks. Like, you don't get more the more you play. Like, it's literally those 3 tracks. So if you maximize all of that and you still don't have 30,000 in a month, like that's for the most expensive award, like, item in the exchange. And you don't even have enough for that after a month. That to me is bonkers. So hopefully they tweak things.
Yeah, it's you have to pick it and choose, and that's, I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
And again, like, Will, at least in the when the exchange released in MCC a while ago, now I don't think it refreshes as often. But when it released in MCC, it refreshed consistently, and you had to keep waiting and waiting and waiting to see if if the item you wanted would pop back up again. Where at least in Infinite, at the very least, when the exchange is refreshed, all those items from the exchange will be able to be purchased with Spartan points through through customization, like you can with bundles already. So that's cool, but still, 30,000's a lot. So, like I said, I hope they tweak that, because that seems fucking bonkers to me. Better than rec packs? I can agree with that statement. And also, Danny with the 10-month resub. I apologize for missing this. I said I was going to get to. I promised I would, and here we are. Danny with the 10-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you so much, Danny. Greatly appreciated. All right. Let's talk about some sandbox tuning. Will, they're finally doing it. They're finally fucking doing it. They are slightly decreasing the range of the gravity hammer. Now,
that's coming on the 30th, right?
It's coming on the 30th. Yep.
Okay.
This is all coming on the 30th. Unless otherwise stated, everything that we talk about is coming on the 30th. I say that because there is something that's coming later. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, there's slight emphasis here, because this is what Unyshek said, slightly decreasing the range of the hammer. Okay? He said they still want it to feel like a power weapon because that's what it is. But they've heard the feedback that it's fucking bonkers, and they're hopefully going to dial it back in. Smiley, you are insane if you think the hammer was perfect. You are out of your goddamn mind. All right, let's talk about the sniper. They are speeding up the ready time after picking the weapon up. Okay.
I like this because, I mean, this just happened to me the other day where I picked up the sniper, I was able to scope in, and I just could not pull the trigger.
Sure.
And it's like, should have been able to... That's a Zarn buff? Yeah, Riz, for sure.
Wags, I'm telling you. It is mockers. Hybrid, the hammer was not perfect. You guys are insane. You guys are fucking insane if you think the hammer was perfect. Holy shit. All right. The Cinder Shot. I am very excited about this next change, Will. For the Cinder Shot, they are removing the gravity pull effect. So for those who may not understand this weapon, the Cinder Shot, when you shoot the projectile out and it explodes, it has a gravity pulling in effect to like make sure that there's more damage that takes place. They're removing that completely. Thank fucking God. So on the firefight side of things, that sucks because it's a really cool thing to see happen in firefight, especially Gruntpocalypse, where all the grunts fucking
Oh yeah, sure.
Fucking make them explode.
Sure.
But in matchmaking, that shit's annoying. So I'm glad that they're removing it. That is great. And then they're also ever so slightly slowing the rate of fire. So yeah, I'm very excited about those Cinder Shot, quote unquote nerfs. We'll see what happens when it releases. And yeah. Let's talk about the spike grenade. It will no longer detonate in the air. So you can throw that fucker as far as you want. And you don't have to worry about it exploding in midair. Because the detonation timer will begin once it's attached to a surface or a player. And the detonation timer will be slightly shorter. Okay? So once it attaches to a surface or a player, that timer starts and it's a little shorter than it was before. Bada bing, bada boom. Throw them as far as you want.
Yeah, probably see some crazy nade lineups with those now.
Absolutely.
Be able to throw them across map and deny some space.
Fuck yeah. I'm excited to see what happens. The sidekick. Slightly reducing the rate of fire. And Unyshek wanted to make sure this was emphasized. A very slight reduction. So much so, now, obviously, Sketch, not a pro player, okay? But Sketch said in that community live stream that to him, it felt like nothing had changed. It feels like that small of a difference. But I imagine from a pro's perspective, they would probably feel that nuance a little more. Nothing against Sketch.
Sure.
So there's that. But yes, for the sidekick, they're slightly reducing the rate of fire. I think Unyshek was talking about how they don't want it to feel like a player was not being punished by just spamming it. So, like, you know, those instances of where a player just spams it, you get fucking melted immediately.
Sure. Yeah.
That was an example that Unyshek used. So, yeah, there's that. And then the big one. The one that should have been in the base game when it fucking released. And we're finally getting it back. The plasma pistol will finally be able to EMP vehicles once again. Starting on the 30th. That deserves a shout out right there.
Yeah.
Fucking Finally. Like, obviously, I can't believe that it wasn't there when the game released. It was a state, like, I understand, Will, we talked about this, that every Halo game is different, right? We know that, we fully respect that, we understand that. Every Halo game is different. But when you have something that has literally been a thing forever and you just remove it entirely for a different archetype of weapon, while I understand, like, oh, it's shocking the vehicle, like, I get that. It was so bizarre that they flat out removed the ability to EMP vehicles with the plasma pistol. And the fact that you have plasma pistols on BTB maps and squad battle maps and they don't fucking do anything was a sin. So I'm glad that it's back. It should never have left in the first place. But yes, you will finally be able to EMP vehicles with the plasma pistol moving forward once the update releases on the 30th. Oh, fuck. Couple mode updates here. King of the Hill Firefight, Wheelman and AI assists are coming with the update. So finally, if you are somebody who is driving the Warthog and your buddy is getting kills in the turret, you will finally get Wheelman assists and you'll get points for that. That's fucking awesome. Extraction, the fucking A. Multi-site extraction options are coming in custom games. That's a little bit of a W there, Will. I like that change. I don't like extraction in Infinite, but I like that change. And then the firing range, they added the Bandit Evo. The Combat Workshop, later within the month of May. So again, not on the 30th. But later within the month of May, Survive the Undead is coming as an experimental playlist in collaboration with the Forge Falcons. This will be the first community-made PvE experience coming into matchmaking. So that's fucking rad.
All right.
Super excited to see what happens there. A few Forge updates here. Mode variants have been added to the mode creator, including Firefight King of the Hill, Last Spartan Standing, and all ranked modes. And then Alien Planet and Flood palettes are coming for Forge. And then finally, the BTB Heavies refresh. New maps are coming to the existing playlist the week after Banished Honor launches. So the week after the 30th is when the BTB Heavies refresh will be taking place. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the regular news. I'm just going to fucking skip COD entirely. It's time for Will's Adventures with an Ailovers and Other Games too. Will, what'd you play last week?
Just real quick, been grinding Infinite still. If I'm not in ranked, I'm in Husky Raid trying to get career points. So there's that. Played some Fall Guys. Needed something to chill on, relax, not give a shit about. Hopped on Fall Guys. And then playing a little bit of Valorant with Joey. I'm still not good, but I'm trying. And that's been that, I think. I don't think there's anything else I jumped into that I remember. Yeah, that's it.
All right. I also played some Halo Infinite. I believe played some Grunt Apocalypse before it went away. And then did the community playdate, and that was a fun time as always. We'll shout that out in a little bit. Played some Destiny 2. Just completed one 10 wave of Onslaught to get pancakes through that, like just a tutorial part of it.
Sure.
Got a couple of the Brave weapons from doing the quests, so feeling pretty good about that. Just want to keep playing, obviously. Played some Fortnite because I'm still trying to get my op amount, and I'm completing the different element quests as they release every few days. And I'm two chakras away, which are 8 quests technically, and they're super easy to complete. So yeah, I'm really close to getting my op amount. I love Avatar: Last Airbender, so I'm super excited to get that. And then if I'm mispronouncing this, I apologize, but Balatro which is an indie title where you basically play poker hands of increased absurdity. And it's really fucking good. And it's really simple. It's one of those games where it's very easy to grasp, but it's very, very hard to master.
Sure.
It's also like it's kind of a roguelite as well, where you go on a run, you lose the run, some things carry forward, some things don't. And yeah, it's just the game's fucking rad. It's not expensive. Highly recommend go checking it out. Ronan, you are wrong on that front. Bald Avatar way better than Blue Man Avatar. Smiley says Baldur's Gate 3 has made a chokehold for a few weeks now. Baldur's Gate 3 is a great fucking game. Great fucking game. Power Wash Simulator. Beth, I've always been meaning to try that out. Tyler, welcome back, says 30 oddball games in a row, then Fall Guys.
Yeah.
You guys played a shit ton of oddball?
Yeah, it seems like it's every other game, to be honest.
Now, wouldn't it be great if you had another map to play oddball on, Will? Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh my God. Hybrid says I'm waiting on Hellblade 2. I hope it's good. I hope Hellblade 2 is good. I really do. All right. So yeah, that's all I played.
Awesome.
It's time for some shoutouts. Happy belated birthday to Woodham, Ghislaine, Dreamy Dream, Janelle, and Oa Cutie. Happy belated birthday to all of you. Shout out to everyone who joined in the 8s with Will. That includes Snag, Zarn, Riz, Halt, Bart, Tyler Hits Buttons, Jay Wet, Elated Dartboard, and Danny Phantom. Shout out to everyone who joined the community Playdate. That included All in Juan, Ashley Blair, Bart, Fox Too Quick, Game Crazy John, Halt, High Tech Redneck, Crackspot, Rostermania Jr., Riz, Rhino, Tools, and William Starwinder. Thank you guys for joining in those games. Shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. Aftershocker with the 2-month resub, Rasta with the 7-month resub, Captain Mo with the 12-month resub, Beth with the 48-month resub, Smiley with the 14-month resub, Danny Phantom with the 10-month resub, and Hybrid with the 2-month resub. You all get a woo! Holy shit. Grumpy Panda, Kid, My Instincts, Yaxon, a Morris Code, Warm Hugs, Go Tar Heels. Thank you all for the follows. Greatly appreciated. Mr. David Sandman himself. There he is. Love that man with the 3-month resub. You get a woo! And Descendant, thank you very much for the raid earlier. Greatly appreciated there. Again, good luck to you and the team tomorrow. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. JB Shootin says, I expect a little more respect after all the oddball games we have spent together, sir. I'm hurt. Oh, no.
My bad. Not Jay Wet, JB Shootin in 8s. Well, it's because you're always on your fucking alt accounts, all right? Fuck me.
All right. And then shout out to everyone who's a patron at the semi-pro and higher tiers. April Patreon content is coming very soon. These include Bart, Blackout, Barnaby Jones, Remedy Boots, Head Honcho, Watsy, Dakota, Christian, D Pancakes, Ashley, Voodoo Man, Rostermonkey Jr., Ricky Der, Snagoo, Raider, Hater, Peanut, Mud, One Swell, Danny Phantom, Riznak, Zarners, Obby, Dam, Mr. Smiley, High Tech, Redneck, Goalie, Sniper, The Only Neeb, Heavy Rainfall, and Elated Arboard. Thank you all so very much for the extra support over on the Patreon. It's greatly appreciated. But yeah, stay tuned. Patreon content is coming for the month of April. It's coming very soon. The Patreon Q&A will be taking place right after the community played it on Friday this week, so around 10 p.m. Central. And like we record them as they happen, so like you can be in the call with us as they go on. So if you want to join us, feel free to do so. And then also Off the Rails will be recorded this weekend and will release immediately following. And then Pro Talk Plays when Will has that ready to go. That'll release as well. So stay tuned for all that good shit if you're on Patreon. If you're not, Will's going to shout it out later on as well. Community creations, reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Halo memes every day. Go check it out. We haven't even checked if that shit's still living.
I haven't in a while.
Yeah, still living. I don't know how funny they are, but it's up there. This match was exhausting. A tour to Walsh with HCS Pro Talk. It's by Legendary C4. Go check out his POV from the Tour to Walsh charity event that we did. It's fucking awesome. We have Ladies Night, episode 8, featuring Jolly Cass, Lilith, and Zev. This is by Sin. Check that video out and go follow Sin. If you don't follow her on Twitch already, and Twitter for that matter, go follow her. The female team that pioneered modern Halo. It's another deep dive video by Looney. Go check that out. The mouse and keyboard phenom, Woodham by Tide Leader. Go check that episode out. We have HCS Arlington 2024. What really happened by Shopify Rebellion Halo. A little behind the scenes for them at the event for Arlington. Go check that video out. We have highlights and upsets from HCS London Open number 1 by All in One. Doing the highlights for LVT. Go check that video out. We have the best trash talker in the league, the Eavesdrop podcast, episode 167 by Hex. It's featuring Lottie, as a matter of fact. Go check that out. We have the map Edge, which is a remake of a Halo Online map. This is by Unique. He specifically made it to cater towards competitive as well, so go check that out. And then Forge features April 19th, 2024. Everything is included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. ! Show notes in the chat. Or if you're checking out the VOD on YouTube or an audio version on your favorite podcast service, it's in the description. Uncle Puppy, with the 20-month resub, you get a woo! Thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciated. Will, that's all I got. So if you would do me a solid and plug this motherfucking show.
Of course. As Josh mentioned, we have our Patreon, patreon.com/HCS Pro Talk, all one word, or ! Patreon and chat, where we do some extra content, like video show, audio show, Q&A, and some other stuff. Go check it out. As always, you can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We're on iTunes, Podbean, and Spotify, and others like Josh's favorite,
Pocket Cast, not that.
You can join the Discord for free. Nothing's required. Just be a nice human being. ! Discord and chat, or find the link tree on our Twitter. Speaking about Twitter, we have social media sites: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Obviously on Twitch if you're here watching, and TikTok as well. Shorts going up on TikTok and YouTube done by the amazing All in One. Also, any of our VODs, interview series, all up on YouTube. Just search for HCS Pro Talk, all one word. And don't forget about the fine folks over at Podcast Evolve. Make sure to check out haloevolve.co, or your home for Halo.
Your home for Halo.
Thanks, Josh.
You're welcome.
They have their wonderful shows such as Podcast Evolve, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, Book Club, Build with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. Go check them out. Josh, that's all I got. Anything to close the show on?
We're going to raid Piffin.
Ooh.
So for those,
Piffin.
That's the thing. For those that join the raid, please, I'm asking this. For those that are going to join the raid over to Piffin's channel at the end of the show here, please just type in the chat, ban Piffin. Okay? Can everybody that joins, can you guys please do that? That'd be greatly appreciated. Again, just say ban Piffin when we send the raid over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it. Oh, fuck you, Ronan. God damn it. Ronan with the 4-month resub. You get a woo! Thank you, Ronan. Love you, man. Thank you so much. God damn it. But yeah, that's going to do it for episode 336 of HCS Pro Talk. For those that are catching us live, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining the discussion. Thank you for keeping things civil as always. It is greatly appreciated. If you want to keep the conversation going, like Will said, join the Discord. It's free. We love talking in there. It's a great time. It's an easy way to reach us if you need to, whatever it may be. Please do that. And yeah, we'll be back next week to talk about the results of this week's HCS Open for North America. I guess along with this coming, like the next week's, because it's on Saturday and Sunday. So we'll talk about fucking 2 weeks of HCS Open series for North America. It's going to be a good time. Maybe we'll have official roster announcements come out. Hopefully that happens too. We're getting closer and closer and closer to London now. And we're getting closer and closer and closer to continually not having Atlanta dates.
Yeah.
God damn it. All right. We'll be back next week, everybody. Have a great week. Love you all. If you're catching us on audio services or on YouTube, thank you so much for doing so as well. Don't think I forgot about you. I didn't. All right. We'll be back next week. We're going to go raid Piffin. Say ban Piffin in the chat. Love you all. What's up?
I said ban Piffin.
Van Piffin. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you next week. But until then, bye-bye.